Hello everyone, Jessica here on day 26 of our 30-day January Health and Fitness Challenge. You can of course always take this yoga flow and do it independent and separate of that challenge, but today I have a really great flow. We're going to start off standing and then work our way into a seated chair yoga flow, and today we're really checking in with the hips and low back. So I'm calling today a happy hips yoga flow. Get your chair and just a little bit of space to move. We're going to get started right now. We'll start off here on the right side of our chair. If you're already set up on the left side, that's okay. Just remember things will be reversed. We're going to be facing the seat of the chair and walk those hips back just a little bit. Give yourself about a torso distance between the seat of the chair. Drop those hands down and bring yourself into a mountain pose. A mountain pose is a little more active than we sometimes give it credit for. You're not just standing here. I want you to really lengthen those fingertips down, drawing open through this upper neck, spine, soften through the knees, and then tuck those hips forward. Feel length come in through the back of the hips right away. Inhale, take those arms up overhead. Bend further back into those hips, controlling the pelvis as you do, so you're not going to spill forward or overly tuck back. Hips are going to go back, reach into those muscles back there. Hands float down to the chair. Soften it here and start to lean forward, straightening the knees. Inhale, stretch the shoulders back, press the hips back, stretch through the backs of the legs. And then exhale, tuck, round the head forward, open up that spine. Inhale to open. And exhale to close and arch. No rush through today's flow. I want you to really feel your body through all of these movements. Great job here. Soften back to a neutral spine. You can soften to fingertips or to soft elbows here. I want those feet nice and flat, and you're not twisting the knees. You're just shimmying the hips side to side here, and then start bringing a little bit of a tailbone tuck. Great job here, feeling out this body nice and easy. All of our poses today are probably chair yoga poses that you've done before through previous practice or practices here with me. And sometimes when things are familiar, we tend to be really passive through them. I want you to feel these movements today. Feel these poses as if it's the first time that you've ever felt them. Feel this body. Now, as you continue to swing these hips here with that little bit of a tailbone tuck, I want you, as those hips come up to that right side, turn the body over to the right side also, making a little bit of a half C shape here. So now we're incorporating the middle back and upper spine, just helping to loosen up. And then when you're ready, bring it back to neutral. Soften through those feet and knees and press back. So tailbone really arching forward, fingertips pressing back, and then slide those hands back to the thighs. Roll it on up. Nice and easy. Great job there. I am going to step my right leg to the chair first. My left fingertips are here if I need them. Soften into that left knee and take a little bit of a twist here. If you're able to cross that left arm over and the balance is okay, there's no chair here. You don't have to work into that. You can just find the twist and still hold on to the back of the chair. Bring the body back to the front. Step the right leg down. Left leg goes to the chair. And again, on an exhale, find that twist. So sorry to turn my back here. bring it back to the center. Go ahead and step that leg on down. We're gonna take this right leg back. And now how much distance you step back is gonna be up to you. We all have different leg lengths, different flexibility, and different comfort levels. So you can adjust this footing if you need to. But I want you to pull those hips back, round forward a little bit here through the spine so you're not spilling and scooping forward. Hands come to the chair or fingertips. Lower down as far as you need and pull that left hip back. So if you were looking at it from the front, all toes are forward, left hip is pulling back. So you're not really here. Tuck it back. Pull back and find that stretch. Great job here. If there is no stretch, you can step that foot back further. Breathe here. Step it on forward with the right foot, and about that same distance is a good place to start, and you can adjust back with the left. Fingertips or soft hands here, pull back, and then same thing here. You're not going to let that right hip come forward. You're going to keep it pulling back. Soften here. Little bit of that tailbone tuck, making sure that that low back stays nice and happy. Great job here. Ease it on forward, step it on up, wiggle through the spine. Hopefully things are feeling like, oh wow, starting to loosen up. It's a good feeling. We're gonna take ourselves, we're facing forward now, we're still on the right side of the chair. We're gonna step this left foot to the seat of the chair. You're gonna get that knee out and open, and you're gonna use that left arm here to just hold that leg in place, and maybe you start a little bit of a turn to the right. You're gonna feel a deep inner hip stretch coming more from this inner thigh rather than deep hip. We'll get into that deep hip in just a second, but enjoy this first. All of those muscles that anchor into the pelvis and pull tight and maybe pull tighter to one side than the other, adding some of that opposing tension and tilting and swaying. We're releasing all of those today. Take it back to the front. You can turn those toes forward. You can leave them out to the side. But what you're gonna do is soft bend through that right knee. Send those hips back and then round forward here. Left hand can connect to the back of the chair or hang here to the front. This is our standing happy baby variation. So I want you to play here just like we would if we were in lying happy baby. Swivel those hips, move this upper body, maybe straighten the leg and twist. Make sure that this right knee stays nice and happy. Very gently here. If you feel like you've got a little bit of room to come heavier, go ahead, fold forward, enjoy that. Roll it on up. Great job here. Step this left leg on down. And we're gonna work through some of that sacroiliac joint. And if you're not familiar with the area, you have the back kind of wings of the pelvis, and it connects into the tailbone. And that's actually a joint where those are together. So we're gonna work on loosening that up. And what you're gonna do here is I want you to lift the left hip and drop. Lift and drop. Now lift and roll it back. Lift and step it forward. The movement isn't coming because you're not pushing from this right leg. The movement isn't coming from this right knee. It's through the hip. If it's a little challenging here today, just work with the lift and the drop, or maybe just swivel forward and back. Find something that works for you. Take a modification here if you need it. Not every pose feels good in every body. Beautiful. We'll bring it on, even them out, and we're gonna take this Left leg back behind the right. And what you're gonna do here is you're gonna press into that hip, taking it to the side. Left leg is gonna stay straight. Right leg bends to allow easing into that movement. Side bend here. Now we're going away from the chair, but hopefully you're still able to reach. Bring it back forward. Take this right leg, cross it behind the left, and ease it. So same thing here, right leg stays straight, soft micro bend in that knee. Bigger bend through that left knee to allow movement. And we're bending here. Nice. TFL stretch. That guy has a real tendency to get tight. Make sure that the low back is happy here. Bring it on up, and let's go ahead and take ourselves around to the left side of the chair, or opposite side if you started on opposite. Again, go ahead and face the seat. Bring yourself back to that mountain pose. You can shimmy through the hips, eventually working the shoulders down, dropping the fingertips, softening into the knees, and then tailbone tucking forward, lengthening through that low back. Core muscles pull up and in. Inhale, take those arms up overhead. Exhale, bend, bend, bend those hips back without moving anything through the hips. Stretch into the hip area. Find that chair. Straighten it out. Great job here. Exhale, big arch. Wiggle through those hips. We're gonna take a little more movement. Things are loosened up. Walk those feet back just a little bit here. Left leg is gonna turn back behind the right. Side bend here. Take it back to the front. Right leg crosses behind the left. Side bend here. Take it back to the front and swing those hips side to side. Push back. Stretch through those hamstrings. You are connected to the chair. You can walk those feet back a little bit further if you need some more space to move. Soft bend stays through the knee, but I want you to feel those hamstrings stretch. They pull on the back of the pelvis. Nice and easy here. Tailbone stays tucked. Beautiful job. Roll it on up. Great. Okay, we'll go ahead here. Step that right foot to the chair. Lift this left arm up. Right hand is available for the back of the chair. Fold it forward, bend those hips back, and maybe fingertips touch to the chair. Maybe you can rest. Maybe you need a block, or you just stay here and pull the hips back. That's okay. This is our standing variation of runner's lunge. So you're dropping into that hip. You're lowering the body, thinking about sternum coming down inside of this right leg. We'll roll it on up. Step that right foot off. Left foot comes here. Now you can leave the right fingertips to the back of the chair if you need them. You can still find this movement by bringing forward, but if you need that little extra stability, take those hands, leave them there. But if you're able to, you can go ahead and take that right hand to the inside of this left leg, lean forward, drop the hip. One side could be tighter than the other, totally normal. Soft bend stays through your right knee. Great job here, gently roll it on up. Step that foot off. Go ahead and face here to the front. Take those hips out here, and we'll step the right foot to the chair, and right arm will block to the inside, and maybe you start opening out to the left, keeping this leg in place, finding that inner thigh stretch. Soft bend through the left knee. Really easy and tempting to lock it out here. Don't want to do that. Bring it on forward. Toe placement can turn forward or stay out to the side. Drop it down here. Hands can find the chair or dangle in outer space. Play, move, feel this body, feel this hip. Oh, what does this side need? Sometimes you hit that area and you're like, ah, right there, right there. Yep, it happens. It even happens to me. Being physical, being active, moving, or lots of sitting, pretty much any and everything can lead to a little bit of muscle tightness. Take good care of this hip here. Roll it on up. Take this foot on down. Last standing yoga poses here. And it's not even really a yoga pose. We're just gonna swing those hips around, making circles here, coming up on the left, shifting forward. You can support that low back here. Round to the right. Soft bend in the knees. And then swing it around. Other direction. Go ahead here, bring yourself to have a seat. We will finish out the rest of this flow in that seated position. Send those feet wide, nice wide stance here. Walk those hips back and go ahead, roll it on forward, take it down. Roll and wave up through the spine. Feel that inner thigh stretch here as you move. Great job. Pedal the feet here. Move through those ankles gently. Hands come back to the left. Swing it around to the right. Arch and tuck that back. Moving the spine on top of the hips. If you need to scoot forward so you can really get this big movement here towards the back of your chair, you can. Other direction. Great job. Beautiful. Bring it on forward. Drop this right hand down to the inside. So you're going to take the back of the arm or the back of the forearm to the inside of that thigh, wherever your flexibility allows. Open up here. You can stack that left shoulder, thinking about it, on top of the right shoulder. Hand can come to the waist, or you can open up, finding a little chest stretch there. Gaze can come down towards the floor, releasing tension from the neck. Tilt it on up, and we're going to go right to the other side. Starting slow, we will end up in that final big pose, if it feels good in your body. Stack the shoulders. Hand can come to the waist or the hip. Open it up. If that feels good. Gaze comes down towards the floor. Bring it on up. Wiggle it out there. Step this left leg in. Extend the right leg. Grab underneath wherever you can give it some support or an overhand grip, and take it gently across to the left side. Flex those toes up. Great place for a strap if you happen to have one handy, or even just a workout towel. Set that one on down. Same thing here with the left. Could be different. Guide into that movement. Wonderful. Make sure the shoulders are dropping from the ears. Don't want to trade tension here. Drop that one on down. Right leg crosses up and over. Hug it up and in. So you're bringing this inner thigh towards the rib cage and body. Rib cage and body. Reaches forward nice and tall. Drop the shoulders from the ears. Side to side movement here. If you are on a hard wooden chair, you're getting that little bit of outer hip massage. Even if your chair has a little bit of padding, you might be able to find some tender spots in there. Ease it on down. Release that leg here. Nice seated figure 4 stretch. Grow the body nice and tall, and then just gently lean forward. Beautiful. Turn yourself here to the right. Hand can push on that right thigh for a little bit of leverage. Really gently though. Back to the center. Go ahead, cross this left leg. Up and over. Hug it on in. Bring that body forward and tall. Gentle movement here. If you find a sore spot, you can stay there, applying a little bit of direct pressure, hopefully getting a nice muscle release. It's similar idea as like a deep tissue massage, or you can keep working side to side here. Like I mentioned, if you joined me for day 25, we will have a full body workout. We'll have some leg work that we will be getting into later on in this week and towards the end of our 30-day challenge. And I want to make sure that those hips and spine are really ready for that. Hold it there. Drop that knee best you can. One side's always a little tighter than the other. Bring yourself tall, lean forward, find the limit of that stretch, and just stay there and relax, exploring how the body feels, focusing on these muscles. Little bit of a turn here to the left hand on left thigh can help guide a little bit of leverage for that movement. Easy. Back to the center. Great job here. Drop that leg on down. And let's go ahead, step them slightly to the left. And we're gonna raise that left arm up and over and fold it down here to the right. Up and over, walk those legs to the right. Fold that right arm here down to the left. Step them back to the center. Arms will fold here into the lap. Breathe into the hips. Breathe into that back area. Take a good deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale, roll yourself up. Let those hands fold open in the lap. Time for a few quiet breaths here. If you are ready, take your next inhale, grow back tall, roll forward in those hips just a little bit, and then exhale, bow it forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this happy hip yoga flow. I hope they feel amazing. I hope you feel amazing, and I hope that you join me for the next amazing workout. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys day 27 tomorrow.